And there's also one person who's present at every single party that gets a lot of attention. This is the person that, we might refer to them as the life of the party starter, something along those lines. They're the person who's acting a fool, right? Like they're the person who's the first person out on the dance floor, getting crazy, right? And then maybe they take off their pants and are running around, or they're doing keg stands or something ridiculous. I'm not saying that they are the life of the party, but that's how we describe those people. And what's interesting about that, to me, is that so often people talk about that person, the life of the party, as if they are in some sort of leadership role, right? Like, we can't get the party started until so-and-so gets here, because they're the life of the party, right? And so you're looking for that person to be the life of the party, as if they provide some sort of leadership. And yet, what we find is that that's not reflective of who's actually important in any given party. In any given party, there's somebody who is significantly more important than that person. That's the person who I'm going to refer to as the party flow. The party flow. This is the person who's behind the scenes, right? You don't necessarily see that person, you don't necessarily know that that person is there, but that party would not be happening without them, right? Maybe they're the person who's pouring drinks, or engaging, the person who's holding up the wall, or they're bringing people together and connecting people who didn't know each other before, they're introducing people, or maybe they're the person who, when the dancing is starting to lull, they talk to the DJ, or they get out there into themselves, whatever it may be. They're the person who is more concerned about everyone else having a good time than their own good time, right? And that's hard to do. Because a party's about having a good time, right? So you want to have a good time, but to be the flow, again, you have to be more concerned about the people around you than about yourself. And that's not easy. That's a tough thing to do. And yet, it's vitally important, right? It's part of the formula, but it's a part that we don't often see, that we don't often talk about.